Dear chess friends, my name is Manik Mikulas. I am Grandmaster from Slovakia. I want to show you my game between me and Rashid Ziatinov. I was black. It was Sicilian, Dragon, Bishop e3. Usually main line is Bishop g7, but I play a6. Simple idea is b5. And now I am threatening knight g4. Usually white play f3. Possible is, for example, Bishop e2, Bishop g7, castle, castle, and this position should be equal. Okay, the game happened f3. Idea is g4 and long castle, queen d2 and long castle. I play h5. Simple idea, don't let white play g4. White played king d2, queen d2, e5. Now game begin. Knight b3, bishop e6. Now is question, what is the position? What should white play? Of course, long castle and attack, and black will also attack at the queen side. Okay, long castle, knight bd7. Also possible is queen c7. King b1 is always a useful move when white playing long castle, because king is safe on b1 than at c1. So king b1. Also possible was knight d5. Now black can take on d5 and knight b6. Pawn on d5 is hanging, you see. And position should be okay. For example, queen a5. Why won't take knight on b6? But black has have a strong move, bishop h6. This position is equal because d5 is weak, and why will black will have no problem because black will play king f8 and king g7, and position should be okay. Okay, king b1, and the game happened queen c7, bishop e2. Now I play b5. Simply idea before and attack. So white play a3 against b4. And now position is very complicated, but I play simple plan, rook b8. Just attack on b file. b4, knight b6, knight c4. Possible was bishop e7, bishop g5. For example, after bishop g5, rook b8, h4, knight b6 is interesting. Now white can take the pawn because bishop takes f6, bishop takes f6, queen takes d6, and this position is okay for black, even it's pawn down, but two bishops and an attack on queen side. Okay, after rook b8, I play rook c1 is bad move because we will see at the game after knight b6, I'm playing knight c4. White has no black has no problem. Rook c1 is bad move. Better was knight c1. Interesting idea. Knight a2 or knight d3. I'm planning control d5 square. So knight d3, knight b4, and knight d5. This was better. Knight c1, for example, bishop e7, knight a2, queen b7, knight d5. This position is white little better, but it's also playable for black. Okay, after rook c1, I play knight b6. Simple play knight c4 and attack. Bishop g5. Question is what to do, where to go with the knight. Interesting is knight d7, but I play simple move. Knight h7. I won't take the bishop on g5. So what can I do? I play bishop h6. Knight c4. Queen is hanging. Sometimes threatening knight takes a3. White took on c4, b takes c4. And now b5 is open and white has problem. What to do? Bishop takes f8. Knight takes f8. And planning again. Knight d7, knight c5, knight a4, and attack. C takes b3 is mistake because white just take on d6 and rook is hanging, queen is hanging, white is winning. So I took with the knight. Knight a1 is not often that knight is on a1 and b2 is very weak. So queen b6, threatening mate on b2 and white has to protect it b2. So white play knight d1, knight d7. Again idea, knight c5, knight a4 and attack b2. White king is very weak, so position is bad. c4, knight c5, again, knight d3 or knight a4 and attack b2. So knight f2, rook b7. Simple plan, king e7 and put another rook on b8. Rook c2, knight a4, king a2, king e7, rook b1, rook b8, attack on b2. So position is losing, but will be very good combination. G4, queen takes f2. What can I do? For example, queen g5, f6, rook takes f2. This is winning for black because ending and even black don't have to take the queen because it's very interesting made on c3. That is reason why I resigned this game, because after queen takes f2 is rook takes b2, rook takes b2, rook takes b2, check, check, and mate. Interesting thing after this game happened at move 24. King e2, I play king e7. But when I played this move, I saw that I could play immediately queen takes f2, queen takes f2, check, and mate. But I saw this idea, so later I was sure that this will happen. And it's threat, take on b2 and make this mate. So this happen. We can look the back. What can white do better? For example, at this position, bishop e2, b5. F3 was okay, rook b8. Okay, rook c1 is mistake, but let's try to play this position. Knight c1, bishop b7, knight a2 I think is best because after knight d3, black will not let white play knight b4, so I think a5 is okay. But this position should be okay. Knight a2 or knight d5 immediately. Question is what to do at this position for white. Knight b6, pawn is hanging. Maybe bishop takes b6, queen takes b6. Knight b3. Idea is knight a5 and put knight on c6. Okay, let's go back. This is very good. Interesting idea. This don't play last years many times, but I think this opening should be okay. Because at this position we transpose to Najdorf, but black has g6 and h5, so should be okay. I hope you enjoy this game is everything from me.